What's up with ass niggas? This your boy J Mouse, and I'm back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. And this one right here is titled The Top 5 Proof That Raquel Thomas is Dead. Now, I know this right here is a hot topic for a lot of Power fans. They have been discussing it, and you know, they've been saying some thinking she's dead, some thinking she's alive. So what I did here is put together a top 5 reasoning that she is alive, because she's dead, sorry. I am one of the ones that, you know, that has been on the record saying that I believe she is up out of here. So I will be giving y'all the reasoning right here in this particular video. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Now, I'm going to be ranking this from the strongest proof all the way up to the strongest proof that he's dead. And we're going to go ahead and start things off with this image here. Now, if you've been following, you know, the Raising Kanan series strongly, like, you know, you're a big fan, and you know they released a teaser for just a few events that may happen, you know, in season 5, and this right here was one of them. And it is an image of your girl Juke crying, like she's crying her eyes out, look like here. And we all know, as tough as a person that as Jukebox is, it had to be something pretty dramatic that has happened, an absolute tragedy to have her crying like this. We haven't seen her crying like this since I would say Nicole died in season 1. Like, she was crying pretty hard for that. I don't even think she cried this hard when her mother was killed in season 2. And we got her reaction, in season 3? But yeah, so this means something big has happened. Now, I know a lot of people would like to say that more than likely, I know UglyAzzNigga's counter would probably be, oh, Marvin did. That's the reason why she cried like that. But I'm not so sure. Now, this hand here that's comforting her, in my opinion, it has to be between 3 people. It's either between Kanan, Lou, or Marvin. Now, obviously, for the ones that think it could potentially be Marvin, the reason she's crying here, then you're saying that this isn't Marvin. Now, I've seen a couple people in my comment section saying that this hand looks like Kanan's hand, and I could actually agree it might be, but it could very much be that Rock is dead, and that's the reason why she's crying like that, because she feels guilty. Because remember, her last encounter with Rock was absolutely negative, and she said some things that, you know, typically with their relationship she wouldn't say. So she's probably a little, you know, down that her last memory of her and Rock's last memory of Juke wasn't a good encounter, right? Now, UglyAzzNiggas probably were thinking that's not really too strong of proof, but that's okay, UglyAzzNiggas. As you know, if you've been following my channel a while, then you know I have more for you. So what we have here is,
I just went to go see my mom's cancer.
As you can see, a quick little clip, and I'm pretty sure most of us is familiar with this, right? This is the clip where originally, from the original Power, UglyAzzNiggas, because I remember when I used to tell people, because I was one of the ones who said it from the beginning, that Rock is dead on this current timeline. I gave her a little bit of a chance to be alive, but ultimately, in my opinion, I always felt like she was dead, and I think this is more proof that she is. But anyways, UglyAzzNiggas was using this as a proof that she is alive. But let's go ahead and take a look at it, then I'll break it down further.
I just went to go see my mom's, came straight here. Alright, man.
So that's really it. I know it's not much, but anyways, you hear Kanan here says, this is the OG Kanan, of course, saying that when he got out of prison, he went to go see his mom's and then came straight there. Now, although we know his little lad didn't go see his mom's and come straight there, he may have actually went to go see his mom's, but he didn't come straight there. You know, nobody to say it. He was capping. But the point is, I seen a couple of, I said this earlier before, and I'm going to say it again. I got a couple of other channels are also backing up what I've said as well, that more than likely here, if Rock was still alive in this current timeline, people, Ghost and Tommy would have known her, right? So let's take one more quick look at this.
To go see my mom's, came straight here. Alright, man.
That was the end of it, right? Now, ugly ass niggas might be wondering, what does that have to do with anything? The fact that both Tommy and Ghost heard him say he just went to see his mom and came straight here, and keep in mind, Kanan has been locked up for 10 years. That means more than likely they probably would be concerned, hey, how is your mom doing, right? But the fact that they just was like, oh, all right, Tommy just said, all right, man, Ghost just, shook him up, means that they probably didn't know her. And the fact that they didn't know her more than likely means she was dead before they met her. And for the ugly ass thing that they were saying, that means she's alive. No, he was referring to Rock's gravesite, people. That's what he was referring to. He went to go see it because later on, once he figures out the truth, that Rock wasn't responsible for the death of Famous nor Crystal, he's going to feel very guilty, and he's going to probably start visiting Rock's gravesite every day after that. That's my opinion on that. Anyways, that is number 4, my good glad friend. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at number 3. Bam. Now, yes, as you can see here in this image, this is IMDb. For those of y'all that's not familiar with IMDb, IMDb is the official site for, the acting industry, things like, where they keep up records of TV shows, movies, the people that was the cast, the crew members, etc. of the shows and movies. So this is the IMDb for Raising Kanan season 5, actually. So as you can see here, it's highlighted. Now, ugly ass niggas might try to pull and say, well, IMDb is not credible because anybody can go and edit. To a degree, you can, ugly ass niggas. Like, you can go and put something on there, but it's gonna be listed as uncredited. If it says credited, that means it's official, people. Just letting y'all know, for those of y'all that's not familiar. Now, in this particular sequence in here, as you can see here, it says uncredited. So that means that more than likely, well, not more than likely, that this person, Samantha Lee Johnson, put this as her credit herself. But what I also notice here is that she has been in season 4 as well, and she's a background actor. So what typically happens is people that's starting to get their feet wet and, doing acting, they might do some background, and then if they in a television show or a movie, they'll go and, add themselves as a credit, and they'll say what you see here, uncredited, right? So the reason why this is here, and this is number 3, as you can see, it says season 5, episode 1. Funeral attendee. Now I get it. It does say uncredited. That's why I only have this listed as number 3. But I will say this: more than likely, this is She's actually was in this episode. The only reason why it says uncredited is because the production isn't going to give credit to background actors, people. That's how it works. And the production is the ones who has to approve the credit. So they're not going to give her approval. Only way they'll give you something for background is if they might, like, let's say if it's a beginning show or movie or whatever, they may say, as leverage to try to get background artists to come, and they're not intending to pay. Let's say it's low budget, which obviously Raising Kanan isn't low budget, but let's just say it is a low budget film. They'll tell some of the background actors, you will receive credit for it instead of payment. So that way, instead of saying uncredited here, you'll see credit. So they'll have a credit for their future background role. But anyways, my point is, whoever this is, Miss Samantha Lee Johnson, and by chance, if Samantha so happened to see this video, please comment in this comment section to verify what I am saying. But more than likely, she was a part of this episode as a funeral attendant. They probably cast her as a background actress to attend a funeral. Now, as far as this funeral situation, people, ugly ass niggas might try to say, well, this could be somebody else's funeral. We don't know if Stefano survived. More than likely, it's not Stefano's funeral for a couple of reasons. I would say one, Stefano's character is kind of big, but I don't think his character is big enough that they will give him a funeral. They didn't give one to Grandma Joyce. They didn't give one to a couple of actors like Ronnie and all of them that can't pass away. So I seriously doubt they give one to Stefano. They could, but I doubt it. And more than likely, as you can see, this lady is black. More than likely, if it's a funeral attendee for the Italian family, it will be white people, not black. I'm just saying. So more than likely, this is someone black. Now, ugly-ass niggas would probably have another counter. Cause I just seen a couple of theories floating around here that Unique could have came through the window to try to take out Rock and Kanan killed him. And this could be Unique's funeral. Seriously doubt it, people. Seriously doubt it. But I know ugly-ass niggas want to be ugly, so that will be y'all kind of just throwing y'all a little, something out there for you. But more than likely, people, let's be real. We're getting a funeral on the first episode, right where we think Rock is suspected to be killed. That's because she's dead, people. I understand. I get it. Y'all don't want to believe it. You don't want to accept it. But I am telling y'all, she is dead. And here's more proof with the funeral situation. Because I actually said this on one of my last videos. I know for sure I was probably, I would say I was first. I know, and honestly, I would go as far as saying I probably was the only channel to report that Kanan was killing his mom at the end of the episode. Now, other people may have predicted that he killed her, but the way I broke it down and how it was going to be done, which I almost 100% nailed it out of the park. Maybe a couple of little things was off because I thought Jukebox might show up. Wow. He was trying to do it and he might shoot her and then she pops up at the end. That didn't happen, but for the most part he did, accuse her of killing Crystal and take her out. At least that's what we are I am assuming. But anyways, in that same video, I was explaining to you guys and on one of my lives that I believe they're going to go with the same angle they went with Angela when she was shot in season 5, episode 10 of the original Power. They left it on a cliffhanger, and we didn't know whether or not she survived. They also did the same thing with Ghost in episode 10 of season 6. So they're going the same route with this. And then ugly-ass niggas, they also had Angela, on the scene, just like here, when you see Patina Miller here holding up season 5, and a lot of the ass niggas would like to say that this is proof that she's in season 5 and she's alive. No, it is not. You already did hell. This just means that one, she could show up in flashback scenes. 2, they could end up showing us exactly what happened in episode 5, how she got hit, and what happened. Afterwards, they could end up showing her, her body at the funeral, whatever. This doesn't mean that she survived, people. You have to know this by now. They used the same tactic with Angela in the original Power. Also, speaking of the original Power, this here, I actually noticed this during season 6. I just didn't have a YouTube channel at the time where I did content creation of Power. But this here was there before the start of season 5. This guy, Baron Cohen, as the funeral director, was there, right? And the moment I saw that, I was like, okay, Angela's dead. I called it right there. Just like I'm doing here with Rock, what I just showed y'all here with Miss Samantha Lee Johnson. It's the same thing. She was a funeral attendee of Rock's funeral, just like this guy was the director of Angela's funeral. It's the same thing, people. I'm telling you right now, y'all can believe whatever y'all want because y'all eat this hell. You just don't want to believe it. All good. But I'm telling you, she is dead, people. But let's go ahead and go to number 2 because I know y'all see this hell. Y'all need more convincing. Now, what I'm going to show y'all now is just a couple of things that is the parallels. Number 2 is the parallels. So, first I want y'all to take a look at this. You remember this at season 5, right? I mean season 6. The end of season 6 is episode 10. Remember, Ghost had all these enemies: Rashad, supposedly Tommy, Tasha, Dre, Sax, Tariq. Everybody was marching, Paz. Everybody was marching on their way to Club Truth, right? And then, of course, they started the Who Shot Ghost, little mini saga. But the point is, if you can pay attention, on episode 10, everybody was furious at Rock. Marvin, except Lou. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like when Ghost at the end, everybody was furious at him except Tommy. Tommy figured out the truth and was on there to save him. Lou was able to see Rock for who she was and stop blaming her for everything, and he was on her good side, right? So it's the same thing, people. It's parallels. You gotta pay attention. That's how a lot of the predictions that I would have been able to get correct, I was able to get these right due to following the parallels, people. And just like here, when you see the people marching up and stuff like that, a bunch of people that was gunning for Ghost, it was also people that was gunning for Rock, right? So, just like they showed Ghost being shot off screen, they did the exact same thing with Rock. Why? Because they want the same dynamic. You see how, of course, we just heard the gunshot and then Blanca jumped, and then we seen Ghost falling, right? We see here Ghost just falling, and we don't know who shot him or exactly what happened, whether he survived or not. That's what they gave us at the end of season 6. And they're doing the exact same thing here. They're doing the same thing. They did the exact same thing with the end of, you know what I'm saying, episode 10 of Raising Kanan. And even this, we just seen the beginning of the ending of Raising Kanan, right? Don't Tariq and Kanan look exactly the same, people? They both had their little dialogue, their speech of why they're so angry at their parent, and then while holding them at gunpoint. It's the same thing, people. It's the same parallels. Rock and Ghost's speech of trying to convince them was even similar. Obviously, it wasn't the exact same wording, but it was very much similar because, it's like they both was seeing their life flash upon their eyes, and they couldn't believe that their most precious person in their lives is the one that's going to take them out. They're probably thinking, like, not in a million years did I think it would be my beloved child be the one to take me out. So, you know what I'm saying? That's another major clue letting you guys know that this is the end of your girl, Raquel Thomas. It's the same thing, people. I really, really hope y'all pay attention. But lastly, but certainly not least, the number one reason that I am pretty sure Raquel Thomas is out of here is right here. The introduction of Breeze, people. I've been telling you guys for a while now. If you've been following my channel, then you probably have heard me say this before. I haven't said it a whole lot, but I've definitely said it. That Breeze and Rock cannot coexist together. The story is called Raising Kanan, right? So eventually you would think that Kanan would have to be, the lead of his own show, right? And there's no way he can do that as long as Rock is still around. They have to get her out of the way. And also, with them trying to introduce a brand new character, the most anticipated legendary character that we've been waiting on, that we finally got, Breeze, you know what I'm saying? They can't have Rock still here. There's not enough show for it. Like Marvin and Lou, and even Unique's character is big, but it's not as big as Rock. The show can still, they can still gradually put Breeze up in. And also, in this same scene here, if you can remember, they kind of foreshadowed what's going to happen with Unique. Unique's not going to be around long, people. It wouldn't surprise me if Unique falls in episode 1 of the season 5 of Raising Kanan. It wouldn't shock me at all, because as you heard Snap say, that they're for now, basically he was letting us know that they're only going to keep Unique around for a small period of time, only because he has the Italian connect, right? So it's like they're working on something to use him for the time being and then move him out of the way. And more than likely, moving him out of the way means unaliving him, right? So they're going to move Unique out of the way, move Rock out of the way, and now there's a lot more room for Breeze, especially somebody the caliber of Shameik Moore, to, do his thing and eventually become the face of the show. Because Breeze, you best to believe they're going to give us a whole lot when it comes to this character. Like, they haven't been making us wait for 11 years just to, hurry up and throw away of his character. They're going to slowly but gradually show us exactly who he is, what he's about, and there's no way he's going to be able to, have such influence on Kanan's life with his mother Rock still being around. So that is the number one reason why they have to get her out of now. UglyAzzNiggas could say she could just leave town. I get you. But more than likely, people, like I said, they killed her off because Breeze is here. Out with the old, in with the new. Because think about it, with the type of character that Rock is, she's not the type that's gonna just leave and let her son be. She's gonna want to always be involved in Kanan's life. So the only way you can get her out of the way is prison or death. And in this case, more than likely, I believe it is death. So, there you have it, my good and glad friends. Definitely let me know up in these comment section, what do you think about the top 5 reasons that Raquel Thomas is more than likely dead and gone? Do you still believe that she's alive, or do you agree that more than likely she is gone? Let me know all of that and more in these comments. But as you know, like usual, if you go ahead and if you're new, if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.